Hello and welcome to another episode of RentReady with Stephensons, where we discuss the general application, operating procedures, and safe handling of our tools and equipment. Today, we're going to be spotlighting our line of roofers pumps. Here at Stephensons, we carry two different sizes of our roofer's pump, or as commonly referred to, a puddle pump or utility pump. Our smaller unit here, and we've got the larger unit. So let's take a look at the smaller one first. So the first thing you're going to notice is this is a very light pump. This is going to be really easy to get to any job location. So if we're pumping off of a flat roof where you have to be carrying it up a set of stairs, this is ideal. This will pump down standing water to leave just a 1/4 inch of water remaining. It has a capacity of about 15 gallons a minute at a 10-foot head, which means it can pump up 10 feet at 15 gallons a minute. So our larger unit here, first thing you're going to notice is it's substantially heavier. It'll pump down to leave just a 1/16 of an inch of water on a flat surface, which is about the thickness of a credit card. This unit will pump 25 gallons a minute at a 25-foot head, so pumping up 25 feet at 25 gallons a minute. First, let's take a look at our smaller roofer's pump. And to do this, I'm going to need my garden hose. Now, the first thing we want to do is inspect our cord. We need to make sure that there's no exposed wires, nicks, or damage to the cord. This is really important because we are working around water. Next, we're going to check our plug to make sure that there's no burning or scorching on any of the prongs and that the ground plug is in place. Next, we can just inspect the body of the unit, make sure there's no physical damage or cracks. And then check and make sure that our adapter for our hose is in nice and tight. So we can go ahead now and we can connect our hose. And we're ready for operation. Now, if we're using this as a submersible pump, we are going to want to make sure that we use the hose to actually drop the unit down into the water. Do not use the cord to drop this unit in. That pretty much covers our small roofer's pump. So now we've got our larger pump here. We're going to want to do the same inspection as the smaller pump. We're going to want to check the cord for any nicks, frays, or exposed wires. Check the plug for any burning or scorching on the prongs, and make sure our ground prong is in place. Check the body of the unit, make sure that there's no cracking or any visible damage. Make sure that the screen on the bottom is open. And before we connect our hose on this one, we're going to want to make sure that we prime this one. So we just take some water in a small bucket and we're going to fill the pump up until we see the water coming out the top. Then we can go ahead and connect our hose. Now, this particular pump, we don't want to lower it using the hose because of the weight of the pump. So it's a much better idea to tie a piece of rope to the handle and use that to lower the pump down into position. With any of these roofers pumps, we do want to protect them from freezing during winter conditions as it can damage the pump. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Rent Ready with Stephensons. You're now ready to rent one of our roofers pumps. Remember, before you start any job, please make sure you stop, think, and then act.